Welcome to class 2. The first thing we're going to do is learn how to modify our profile. So we're going to go to the admin menu and we're going to go to the second choice down, which is modify your profile. Now the first thing you'll see when you get here is that there is a space up here at the top left for your photo. So we're going to upload a picture, and you do that by going to the right hand end of the submenu here, upload picture. You can select any file that is on your hard drive. You'll see that I've got a photo here. I've actually already resized it. So I'm going to click on it, open it, upload the picture, and once it's done I'm going to close this window and you'll see that my photo is there. Now it is very important that you resize your photos prior to uploading them. It's not so important when you're just uploading an agent picture, but if you're loading say 50 or 60 photos into a listing, it will save you literally hours of time. And I do a separate module on photos, so do take a chance to look at that, and I'll show you how to resize pictures and what have you using free tools. Okay, you'll notice that there is a box over here on the right. You can put in any additional information you want here. Now the system is going to include a signature that has your office, your phone number, your website, your email, etc. So you don't need that to go there, but you'll see that you can put in some information about yourself, you can put in links to other websites, and if you want to you can put in social media links and what have you. I cover that in more detail in class 3. As we come down the screen, you'll see that some fields are grayed out. So for example, I can't make any changes to my last name, but I do have the ability to change my first name, what they call a nickname. So rather than being called Christopher, I'm going to change that to Chris. I'm going to move on. Next we'll see that you have your email and your web page here. Now this is very, very important, because this is not only how members of the public are going to contact you, this is how other agents and how the board is going to contact you. So make sure you have your correct email address in here. Very, very important. If you have a website, you can put in the link here. You don't have to, but obviously it would be a good thing. Now your home address is here. This of course is actually the address to the PFAR office, so it's not my actual home address. But don't worry about this. It's not something that is ever going to be shown to the public. It's just used by staff to send out billing and other notices. So don't delete that, don't get rid of it. It's just there because staff uses it. And my home phone number is also there. Again, don't freak out. You have control over whether or not you show that to the public, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But do leave it here, because again, that's how staff gets hold of you if they can't get hold of you any other way. You do have the ability to put in a fax number if you wish to. Now the office fax number is brought in automatically, you can't change that. But if you use your own fax number, put in a personal fax here and then select the button that says personal. And if you speak additional languages, this is not a free-form field, so you can't type languages in. But if you select from the box, you'll see that there are plenty of choices here. There are some that I've actually never heard of. So hopefully what you speak is in here, and that is searchable by the public, so it is important to put in. Okay, let's come up to the top again, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to Manage Contact Phones. So it's the second choice here. And when we go to Manage Contact Phones, this page is actually split into 3 sections. So the first section here is where you would add new phone numbers. Notice that you have to select from the list of phone types. So you have to choose one of the types that is provided. Once you've put the phone numbers in, they will appear in this middle section. If you ever need to change them, you come here to the pencil and paper and you can revise those numbers. And now this is very important. At the bottom is where you choose the numbers that you want the public to see. So you use the drop down, you select the numbers that you want to see. You remember a moment ago we talked about my home number. If I wanted my home number to appear, I would select it here. If you don't want to appear, just leave it blank. Notice that the top item in all drop downs is a blank line. So if you want to put a blank in, you do that. Now this is extremely important. At the bottom here you have 2 choices on how to display labels, and this is my own personal peeve, okay? But in this day and age where we have the ability to send text messages and what have you, I believe it's very important to show your clients what type of phone it is, rather than just saying primary, secondary, other. So check the radio button here that says phone types, come up to the top left and click Save, and now we're going to go and view the profile. So when we go to view profile, you'll see that the information is here. It's actually not loading correctly, I'm not entirely sure why, but you'll see that the phone numbers now say cellular and voicemail. In other words, your client knows what numbers that they can either text to or leave messages on, and your email and web page is here. The reason we did this will become apparent in a minute, but that is how you change your agent profile.